I am going to start the second half, the lecture number 15. Kindly confirm that my voice is clear and you can see the slides. One student can confirm.
Yes, sir.
This lecture number 15 is about stocks and bonds, and we will see the basics that what are the stocks and what are the bonds, and also we will solve the problems related to bonds. First of all, to have the background, stocks and bonds represent two different ways for an entity to raise money to fund or expand its operations. So every company or organization want to expand its business, or if they just want to support its operations, there are two different ways they can raise the money, either by issuing stocks or bonds. Now we will see that what are the stocks. Stocks are simply shares of individual companies. When a company issues stock, it is selling a piece of itself in exchange for the cash. So in stocks, basically, they sell their small piece that is called as the stock, and they will get the money and the cash out of that exchange. So this is how the company will generate the money, by selling its shares. A person who buys stock is buying an actual share of the company, which makes them a partial owner, however small. So by having a share or stock of the company, the shareholder is the partial owner, maybe a very small number of shares, but that make or give the rights of the ownership, maybe in a very small. It's why stock is also referred to as equity. Now, bonds, on the other hand, represent debt. When an entity issues a bond, it is issuing debt with the agreement to pay interest for the use of the money. So it is, you can say, like the taking the loan, but here it is termed as a bond, that when they issue the bond, it means they are taking money from the people, and they have to pay that original amount plus the interest on that amount. So that is basically the concept of bond. When they issue bond, it is actually issuing debt, and because they are getting the amount from the people as the loan, so they have to pay that original amount plus the interest. Now, a government, corporation, or other entity that needs to raise cash will borrow money in the public market and subsequently pay interest on the loan to the investors. So basically, the bonds are issued in the public, so they are getting money from the public by issuing the bond, and they are liable to pay the amount, the original amount plus the interest, whatever is being agreed as the terms and condition. Now, the main difference between stocks and bonds: stocks, if the company profits or is perceived as having strong potential, its stock may go up in value and pay dividends. You may make more money than from the bonds. Now, if the company is doing very well, so its stocks, or the value of stocks or shares, go up, and if the company is performing well, they are earning a lot of profit, so they may pay good dividends to the shareholders, and that will actually, at the end of the day, you may get more amount as compared to the bonds. But the risk is high, the company may do poorly and you will lose a portion or all of your investment. So if the company is not performing well, so you will lose your money, maybe partial or the all amount. But in case of bonds, the company promises to return money plus interest. In bonds, the company, because they have the agreement, they basically promise that they will return the actual amount of the bond plus the interest that is being agreed, whatever rate is being decided, so they have to pay the interest periodically. Now here the risk is, if the company goes bankrupt, your money may be lost, but if there is any amount left, you will be paid before stockholders. Here you have the preference if the company is goes bankrupt. So if there are certain amount that is being left, so the bondholders will get the preference when the payment comes as compared to the stockholders. So risk is slightly less in case of bonds. Now we will see the important terms, and these terms will be used in solving problems as well. What is meant by the face value? The face value, also known as the par value of a bond, is the price at which the bond is sold to investors when first issued. So when we are going to first issue the bonds, whatever is the price that is being charged, that is called as the face value or the par value. It is also the price at which the bond is redeemed at maturity. So whatever will be the life of the bond, after that, if you will be paid that amount, that is the face value when you return or the bond life expires. In the US, the face value is usually $1,000 or a multiple of $1,000. The coupon rate is the periodic interest payments promised to bondholders are computed as a fixed percentage of the bond's face value. This percentage is known as the coupon rate. Like we have the interest rate, here we use the term coupon rate, and that is the a fixed percentage of the bond's face value, and that is basically paid to the bondholders. We will see that what that amount is called. That amount which is being paid to the bondholders is called as the coupon, and that is a bonds coupon is the dollar value of the periodic interest payment promised to bondholders. This equals the coupon rate times the face value of the bond. So whatever payment we are getting, and that payment is basically the periodic interest payment, that is called as the coupon. And how we can calculate the coupon? That is the coupon rate times the face value. So if a bond issuers promise to pay an annual coupon rate of 5% to a bondholder, and the face value of the bond is $1,000, the bondholders are being promised a coupon payment of $50 per year. Simple multiplication of the coupon rate with the face value of the bond or the par value. That is the amount that the organization who has issued the bond will pay as the amount of coupon, and that is on periodic basis. This is basically the amount of interest, you can say. Here we use the word coupon in the bonds. Maturity. A bond's maturity is the length of time until the principal is scheduled to be repaid. Usually the bond's maturity does not exceed 30 years. Occasionally a bond is issued with a much longer maturity. For example, the Walt Disney Company issued a 100-year bond in 1993. There have also a few instances of bonds with an infinite maturity. These bonds are also known as consols. With consols, interest is paid forever, but the principal is never paid. So this is the special type of bond that are called as the consol. Here the only the interest is being paid, not the actual amount. But usually the understanding of the bonds that there is a specific length of time after which the principal amount will be repaid, and the interest payments are being done periodically. Now pricing bonds, a bond's price equals the present value of its expected future cash flows. The rate of interest used to discount the bond's cash flows is known as the yield to maturity. Here in this formula, the Y is basically yield to maturity. It is the discount rate. Here we use the term yield to maturity in the previous problems like we have solved. In capital budgeting we use the term discount rate. Here this yield to maturity is also the discount rate. How it works we will see in the problem. Now, a coupon bearing bond may be priced with the following formula. The formula is capital P is price of bond is equals to summation T is equals to 1 to T, capital T C divided by 1 plus y raised to power small t plus F divided by 1 plus y raised to power capital T. Now here we will see that C is the periodic coupon payment. We have already seen that what is a coupon or coupon payment. Y is the yield to maturity. The F is bonds par or face value. Small t is time. Capital T is number of periods until the bonds maturity date. So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will see in the problem. So you need to know that what are C and Y and F. C is the coupon payment, periodic coupon payment. Y is yield to maturity. F is the bonds par or face value. Now this formula shows the price of a bond is the present value of its promised cash flows. So in fact the price of bond will be the present value of the all future cash flows. That whatever we are getting in the future, it is the present value of when we calculate the present value, that will be the bonds price. Let's see, suppose that a bond has a face value of 1000, a coupon rate of 4% and a maturity of 4 years. So the bond makes annual coupon payments. If the yield to maturity is 4%, the bond price is determined as follows. So the face value is 1000, coupon rate is 4%, yield to maturity is 4 years. The bond makes annual coupon payment. So the payments are on annual basis. The yield to maturity, Y is basically 4%. Now if we use the formula to see what will be the bonds price. Here you can see that if we apply the formula, we will get exactly 1000. That is the price of the bond with the given data. If the yield to maturity is 4, here we have applied the formula to get the results. Now if the yield to maturity become 5%, or you can say that is discount rate become 5%, higher than this 5% is higher than 4%. So if we do the calculation, here you can see at the end, like here we have 1000 plus 40, because 1000 is the price of the bond that will be paid when we are going to bond's life expires. So we will get that 1000. That's why we have added 1000 plus 40. 40 is the amount of interest. Here it is called as the coupon payment. If we solve this equation, we will get the price of bond as $964.54. And if the yield to maturity is 3%, the bond value will be $1037.17. Here you can see that if we are going to have the yield to maturity value more, then we have a less value of price of the bond and vice versa. Just see the results. These results show the following important relationship, that if Y's yield to maturity is greater than coupon rate, the price of bond will be less than the face value. So if we have Y yield to maturity is greater than the coupon rate, as we have already seen, then the price of bond is less than the face value. If it is equal, then it is equals to, price is equals to the face value, and if yield to maturity is less than the coupon rate, the price of bond will be greater than the face value. Now here we can also draw the following results. When yield rise, bond price falls, and vice versa. When the yield fall, bond price rise. These are termed as the if yield is greater than the coupon rate, then the price is less, and if it is less, then the price of bond is more, or it will rise. These are two important links for getting more information about bond and stocks, because sometimes the students, they are interested to know more, as we have seen the basics. So further you can see these, get the information from the links, or you can even search. These are the wide topics and has great application as far as different fields of finance, accounting, and these are concerned. If you have any query or question, you can ask. Here you can see a Word file as well, to give you more understanding about the terms coupon, yield to maturity, and there are some sample problems that are being solved. Here you can get the more information as far as the concepts are concerned and their application is concerned. Here you can see the problems are also solved for your convenience. So this is all about the stocks and bonds, and this will basically, we have concluded our course, and we have finished the desired the topics that we have seen in the beginning of the course. We have almost finished the entire syllabus. If you have any question or query, you can ask. Okay, if there are no question or query, I am going to end this class. Assalamu alaikum and Allah Hafiz.
सर
जी
सर आपने जो है ना वो स्टार्ट में क्विज मिस हुआ था ना फर्स्ट, आपने